Hey, sports fans, MK Tooligans, dirty, rotten bastards, and sons of bitches alike. How are you all doing? I had something interesting happen today. A little scary. I'll tell you guys about it as soon as I get a couple people here on the channel. And I get my soda filled up. I have had, like many of you, numerous near-death experiences. And when I say near-death, I mean, I took off in an airplane one time and the engine quit. I was at 4,500 feet, 4 miles north of Deer Valley Airport over some neighborhoods in formation with two other aircraft. And I had an engine go out. I had to make a really quick decision about, I initially pulled, I was leading the flight. I told the flight I had a chip indicator, lost oil pressure, my engine stopped. I pulled up as quickly as I could, scrub off my altitude, get to best rate of glide, which was 92 knots in that aircraft. So I scrubbed off to 92, did a quick, gentle 180 degree back to the airport, did the math real quick. I was 4 miles away, 3,000 feet AGL, above ground level. You get about a mile per 1,000 feet of vertical in the aircraft I was flying, which puts me a mile short of the airport in the middle of a bunch of neighborhoods. So I just kept the gentle turn going. I told the boys, I said, I'm headed out to the desert and I'm gonna try and get over to this little flying school, not a flying school, a parasailing school, or parasailing and glider port. And it was just as the sun was setting and kind of crazy setup. I ended up making it to this little dirt patch, just barely. And I got the plane down on the ground, and the way I did it was pretty hairy, and it all worked out. I did no damage to the aircraft. I got out of the airplane, and the adrenaline dump hit me, and I just fell off the airplane. I got a parachute on. I climb out. I'm standing on the wing, and I just stepped down and bungled it. A bunch of hippie skydivers came over and grabbed me and picked me up. That one gave me nightmares for a while. I had another time where I accidentally flew under a cable that was newly put up. That one gave me nightmares for a while. And I had something happen when I was in the Marine Corps. And maybe I had a hairy, I went to make a turn too fast when I was younger and ended up going the wrong direction down a freeway. And it was a really hairy moment. Almost, my life kind of flashed before my eyes, and I just lucked out. And today, I think a lot of us, we have close calls that we don't know about. If you live a little wild, like I did the first few decades, I think you have some close calls that you kind of measure out and you see them and they kind of meter you a little bit, you know what I mean? They get you to make it to have some wisdom. Today, I'm having lunch. I'm with Jeff, he's really my VP of operations, business development. He's the big guy that's with me when you see him. I was out to lunch with Lindsay and him, and I had a salad, and I just have gotten over some bronchitis. I know you can still hear it in my voice, so my throat's still a little, kind of swollen. Anyway, I'm eating my salad, and I'm done with the salad. I'm on my last bite. And I was raised in the 70s where they had all those little kids in Africa with the swollen bellies and the flies crawling all over their mouths. And Sally Struthers sitting there telling you how for 25 cents you can save a child. So I go to get my last bite. It's like 2 pieces of corn and some couscous. And I put them in my mouth. And as I put them in my mouth, I kind of flicked them in there a little aggressively. And one of the pieces of corn bounced too far to the back of my mouth. And I had just exhaled. So my lungs were pretty empty. And I went a little cough to try and get it away. and it didn't move. And I went, oh, that's going to hurt. And I tried to inhale slowly, and it lodged right in my kind of closed off windpipe. I coughed twice, trying to get it out. And at that point, I've got no air left, and now to get a big breath, and I must have pulled it in and blocked off my wind. And the next thing you know, Lindsay had gotten up to get a tea or a soda. Jeff was sitting there watching me with his hands on the table, and he said, oh, that looks weird. And I slumped over unconscious and was still making no noise. And I don't remember any of it. I literally go, and that was all I remember. And then I wasn't conscious. I immediately went unconscious. I had no air in my lungs. And then next thing you know, I wake up, and the whole room's going upside down, like up and down, and everyone's stopped in this eating establishment, and they're all looking across. And Jeff's got me around the chest, squeezing the shit out of me. I think he cracked one of my ribs. And I let fucking go of me. And he sat me down, and I didn't know what had happened. So I was eating. I went unconscious. He Heimlicked me, which went up into my nose, and I almost died today. And, I was a little flip about it. I was like, well, so much for giving you notice, Jeff. Your position is secure, He's embarrassed because he feels like he didn't do it right, but he did it right in my book. But because I was on my exhale, full exhale, and I had coughed hard twice, I had no air in my lungs. So as he's squeezing on me, there's nothing to squeeze out. And fortunately, the violent up and down got it out of me. Smacked my teeth together, cracked the rib. It fucking hurts me so bad to breathe. But I had another close call today, and I was eating lunch, eating a salad, remembering Sally Struthers about not wasting your food, saving little starving kids in Africa. And I thought of the airplanes, and I thought of going off to a war, and I thought being deployed and going off with an infantry company and doing what we did, flying air shows, and all the things that I've done, the wild shit on motorcycles and cars, and it almost was a kernel of corn that did me in. So the next time you guys call up, and I got a message for you, next time you call up, make sure you say hi to Jeff. And for those of you who are collectors, I guess the value of your knife would have really gone up if I croaked today. But for those of you who just like the knives, maybe you could thank Jeff for saving my bacon. It embarrasses him, and I like it. And my thanks to him as well. Lindsay would have probably done something, but Jeff did something. She was over at the soda machine on the way back, and I went unconscious in one breath. And if he hadn't been there, here's my message. If he hadn't been there, I'd have flopped over on the floor with no air in my lungs, and they'd have spent 10 minutes figuring out what was going on with me. And I might be brain dead right now. And as it is, we all looked at each other and said, holy shit. It's like having a bomb go off next to you and nobody gets hurt. You're like, oh, Jesus, lucky us. It was just like that. And thank God Jeff was there. And, he says it was nothing, but you know what that means. It was something. My advice to you is break bread with your friends. Break bread always with your friends. Don't go eat lunch alone. It's got me my attention just a little tiny bit because it happened today. Over the next few days, I'll have some self-reflection about it. What would it have been like for my kids and my company and my family if I killed today on a piece of corn? Would have been kind of shitty. So if you're on the phone, you get a chance to talk to Jeff, slap him on the back and say, I hear you're the guy to eat lunch with. He'll know what it means. I forget what that old saying was, but it was a Roman saying. It says, death comes for us all. It's on the way. Death comes for us all. And it swooped down a little bit today and got my attention. First time it's happened in a while. And first time I wasn't the cause of it. My last bite, one piece of corn, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I said, oh, that's not good. It just like bounced right back and boop, right in the spot. I was like, I had almost no air to cough. And it didn't go anywhere. And I went, oh, shit, this is going to be bad. And I was unconscious. Next thing you know, Jeff's 6'6". I wake up and I'm a foot higher than everybody in the room. Like Raggedy Ann, Auntie from Raggedy Ann and Auntie. He's got his arms around me, squeezing the shit out of me. And manager's there. And I was like, God, what happened? What's going on? Why is the room all a mess? And I was unconscious. It was pretty wild. So there, but for the grace of God, go I suppose. And Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. How's that? Hell of a day. I haven't been on and said hi very much lately, so I thought I would come on today and maybe say hello to a few of you. So let me see what we got here. I'll say hello to you. Can't die on us, Captain. Thanks, Evolved. Mark, thanks for stopping in. Sudi, thank you for the prayers. Is there anything you can't do, Greg? I'll tell you what I can't do. I can't give myself the Heimlich when I'm unconscious in 2 seconds. Glad you're okay. Thanks, Elliot. CNC machine almost got away. Wow, almost died checking. Wow, yeah, no, for sure. Less veggies. Yeah, good. I'm going to tell my doc. I'm like, I'm not having any more vegetables. It almost got me. I always thought salads would kill you. Glad to see you guys have some. What's the fuss, Greg? Love you, man. Glad you're okay. Thanks from Jake. You guys say hi to Jake. I think it's his birthday this week on Friday. Damn couscous, Alma took you out. No kidding. Thanks, Justin. Never know when the Lord will call you home. Yeah. Yep. Blake, thanks. Justin, Dennis. Yeah, death by corn. That would be awful. Stay humble. Stay humbled. Yeah, David, for sure. I'm actually pretty humbled all the time. Doesn't seem like it. I get on here and I kind of let it all out, and then I kind of walk quietly back to my life here. Boy, that hurts. That just smarts a little bit. I'll be leaving corn alone a little while. Corn, can you believe that? It wasn't much. Glad you're okay. What's up, boys? Happy you're here. Jason. Well, listen, guys, thanks for stopping in. You have the HIV. I haven't heard anybody say that in years, but we used to say that to each other when anybody would have anything happen. So, oh, man, is your HIV flaring up? With a hold one of your knives in my hand. Love your outlook on stuff, man. Mike, you can hold one of the knives in the hand. It's not a big dream. Just don't go out a few days and you'll have enough money for a smooth criminal. They're like $290. Hey, thank you really for supporting us as we've gone on this adventure, and there's a lot yet left to do. Thank you so much for supporting us, because in the same way that Jeff saved my bacon today, you guys collectively saved my bacon when I went to redefine myself and got into knife making. You guys embraced me and bought all my stuff, and it saved my bacon. So I'm really grateful. Anybody who thinks I'm not humble hasn't met me or talked to me. They've just kind of seen the on-screen rants. The humble shtick doesn't go over well. You get 8 viewers and everybody else snoozes, and then they go watch Rosie O'Donnell or whatever they watch. So I try to bring my fun, engage with the world game. A lot going on today. If you want to hear more from me, you'll see daily tweets from me now. I'm on Twitter. The rest of the social media world has basically blackballed me, and I'm okay with that. They can all eat a bag of dicks. I'm back on Twitter. You can check us out at Medford Knife on Twitter. And I am talking all kinds of smack, having all kinds of fun. And it's a perfect environment for me because I get 1 or 2 sentences and I got to stop. So it's fantastic. Thanks for stopping in, sports fans. I will catch you on the flip-flop. Come see us at Blade Show. I've got really, really cool things to show you guys. Bali songs, out the fronts, bushcraft knives, all kinds of things. Oh, did I say out the front? Was I not supposed to tell the, stay tuned for out the front. You guys are going to dig it. It's pretty bitchin'. All right, see you around, sports fans. I am out.